Hey guys, thanks for stopping by my channel again. My name is Marnise Nicole and I'm doing a book haul today. So that's what we're doing. I know this is primarily an art channel where I am progressing my art updates, my artist diaries, paintings, galleries, that sort of thing. But I like books. I like books a lot, and it was actually just my birthday. February 11th is my birthday. I just came back from a very nice vacation of spas and laziness and museums all week. So I decided to share some of my books because I love book hauls. I watch them on YouTube religiously. YouTube is basically my new TV now. And I wanted to share the books I got for my birthday. So this again won't be often. I'm not trying to make this a haul channel, but it was my birthday, so you know, special occasion. So I have a lot of books to show. And the first thing I want to show is not actually a book, but book related. Two things actually. Firstly, I got a new pop. This is Neville Longbottom, and he's my favorite character out of the Harry Potter series. I have another couple of characters over here. Oh, my Harry Potter. Why are you on the floor? Oh, while I have him. This is my Harry Potter, which I immediately dropped and broke. Like, immediately. He's lost his glasses. He no longer has a wand. And I can't glue them back together or anything like that because my dogs ate it. So I decided this next one I'm keeping in the box, and it's not. Nothing's happening to Neville. Nothing is happening to Neville. The only one now I need to get is Draco Malfoy, and then I'll have everyone that I love. But so here, old and new, here's Neville. Another thing that I got for my birthday that is not a book but book related is two new bookends. It's a question mark and an exclamation point because obviously grammar and English, it goes along hand in hand with books. And I have nowhere to put these, so they're still in the box. But now to the actual books, and I got a few. So the first two books that I'm going to show to you are two historical romances, and that would be both by Elizabeth Thornton. This is Tender the Storm, and this is Velvet is the Night, and they are both a part of the same series. And this is actually a historical romance based in France, and I've read a lot of historical romances, but mostly they're set in England or Scotland, and I haven't actually read one that is based out of France. So if you know some historical romances based out of France, I have a few more French books here because everyone knows that I love the French culture, and I'm learning French currently, and just so French historical romances, please share. The next two are art related books, since this is of course an art channel and I'm so into sketching right now. So I've been sketching more than I've actually been painting, which is kind of a problem because I have a couple of pieces to get done for our new show that's going to be coming up in March, and you know, February is dwindling away. It's already a short month and I've been spending most of my time sketching. So that's besides the point. This is a book haul, and the first book that I got there is a birthday present from my grandmother. This is classic, how to draw classic heads and faces. Ugh. And this is how to draw classic heads and faces. This is a collectible. This is about an instructional sketchbook, but it's from the collection of Walter Foster, who was like the sketcher back in the day. And so this is a very good book. I'm just going to flip through it for you. It's like a legit how to draw book, and I'm really into drawing faces right now, obviously, which is why my grandma got this for me, and this is going to be so helpful. And here's a book you've already seen. I had actually got this out of the library first, and I loved it so much that I bought my own copy. So here is Sketching People. You've seen a flip through this already if you've stuck around my channel. This is an iconic type of sketchbook and instructional book and inspirational book. It's so lively, it's so colorful, it's so fun, and it's also very instructional. Like, you're going to learn how to sketch with this. And already I've picked up more supplies, just inspired to do more with my sketching. And anyway, two books. Okay, now for some books for my twin sister. Again, I told you I'm very into the French culture, and my sister knows that about me, so she got me two books. The first is Entre Know A Woman's Guide to Finding Her Inner French Girl. This is by Deborah Oliver, and this is a book about French culture and French women, and kind of a study guide, kind of a fictional tale, and it's all about French things, French lifestyles, which is really great because, again, I want to plan a big month-long trip to France for my 30th birthday, and I gotta learn some stuff about France first. So here's that. She also got me, and the very aptly named Ooh La La. This is another French-based book, and this is French Women's Secret to Feeling Beautiful Every Day. My sister is very into makeup, beauty, skincare, that sort of thing. So of course she got me a book about French beauty and skincare secrets and that sort of thing. And so I'm going to dive into this as well. Now, I gave my twin kind of some limitations for things to get me, because we tend to go overboard for each other, because that's what sisters do. And so I told her I wanted books, but I told her I wanted a book I could display, something like would look nice on a floating bookshelf or something like that. And so she picked up for me S, and this is a very like wild type of book that is like a multimedia type of thing. So it's a book, someone made a classic, and the classic is called Ship of Theseus by V.M. Straka. But the actual story is two kids. They are using this book for a reference or for study in college, and they can't take it out of the library. And so this book is in a library, and they're passing notes back and forth, and it's telling a love story of these kids who are using this classic book as like a go-between between them. So this book is crazy. It looks like an old book. It smells like an old book, and like it looks like an old worn classic. And there's inserts, and if you can see really closely, they have like the conversation between the characters on the pages and notes and stuff, because they're using this book as an intermediate between them, and they're writing back and forth in the margins, which you should never do, especially not a publicly library book. But they've done it. They have inserts and notes and all kinds of things in the book, and it looks old and it smells old, and I have absolutely no idea how to read this, but it is going to look great on my shelf. So my twin won. So there we go. This next book is from the Book of the Month Club. I have found the subscription to be absolutely amazing. It has the type of books I like, number one, and nothing else that I don't like. So Book of the Month Club is a very old subscription service. They have 5 books that you can pick from each month, and you pick your own book. Like, you pick your own book, but their books are chosen by judges. So like 5 prestigious judges in either the publishing community or writing community or what have you. They pick 5 books for the month. They're published by Book of the Month Club. See, has a little Book of the Month Club stamp, and then you have interviews with the authors, you have special notes, you know, what have you. It's a great subscription service, especially if you read adult fiction, literary fiction, thrillers, mysteries, that sort of thing. A lot of subscription boxes, they are young adult, and I stopped reading young adult primarily, so I needed a different type of subscription service. I'm so glad I found that. This is, I think, my 4th or 5th box from them, and the book I got this month was Behind Her Eyes. This is a thriller. I don't actually read a lot of thrillers. The last one I read was Gone Girl, and before that Sharp Objects. So, you know, not a very big thriller girl, but I do like them when I like them. And this one sounded amazing. The ending is supposed to be like blow your mind crazy, so there's that. Okay, 2 books I actually bought myself were Fantastic Mistakes or Make Good Art speech by Neil Gaiman. This is his speech that he gave to a college university for a graduation commencement speech, and now they're going ahead and making these speeches into mini books. I've never actually read anything by Neil Gaiman at all, although I have a few anthologies with his short stories in it. I just haven't gotten to them yet, but I know he's an amazing writer. I've heard so many great things about him, and I absolutely love these little speech books. They're short, they're quick to read, and they're also always typically, you know, like a commencement speech, inspiring and, you know, giving you some like go forth and do great things, and this one is specifically about making good art, which I try to do. And so yeah, and it's colorful. Like, I'm sorry, I'm like a fan for a good cover, and this is kind of cute. So there we go. And the last book I bought for myself was, this is a historical novel. It's The Accidental Empress. This is by Alison, Pataki, and she also wrote The Trader's Wife, which I read and loved like 4 or 5 years ago, I think. And this is a book about an empress of Russia, which her sister was actually engaged to the young emperor. The emperor fell in love with her, and she was supposed to be the most beloved empress of that time frame or of that era. And it's a fairly thick book, but I know that I absolutely adore The Trader's Wife. If you haven't read it, it was amazing. And so I feel like I'm going to love this as well. So of course I bought that. Last 3 books are from my boyfriend. He picked them up along with the previous non-bookish items for my birthday. And so I got Crazy Rich Asian, and this is by Kevin Kwan, and this is supposed to be hilarious. Like, it's supposed to be so funny. And I also picked up The Bear and the Nightingale. This is by Katherine Arden. Seriously love this cover, and couldn't tell you what this is about. It's been about a week since I picked this up, and I'm not really sure I remember what this was exactly, because as you can see, there's a lot of books here, but I did know it's kind of supposed to be like a fairy tale or something, and it has great reviews on the back, so there's that. And finally, the last book is Roseblood. This is by A.G. Howard. This is actually a young adult book, and I know I always say I don't read a young adult anymore, and I really don't. I used to spend maybe for 10 years I read exclusively young adult books, and then I decided I wanted to explore other genres and, you know, get other books and, you know, that sort of thing, and I've steered mostly away from young adult books. But this one intrigued me, and I kept walking away from this and then going back to it, and it's actually a Phantom of the Opera retelling. And I actually have another book of hers on my shelf, which is the Alison in Wonderland retelling. Also haven't read it yet, but not for the reason you might think. The book was actually spilt a gallon of water on it. The pages are all wrinkly and that sort of thing. So I bought a new copy and donated my other book. And that one also got soda and stuff spilt on it. So like at that point I was like, okay, you don't want me to read this book, and like, why does this keep happening? So I didn't attempt to buy another copy, and that one's just been sitting on my shelves for a while. But this one is the newest one from this author. It's about Phantom of the Opera, which I absolutely love. I actually have another retelling of Phantom of the Opera on the shelves that also haven't read, but I really want to. I don't want you to think I just don't read books, but I have like 200 plus books on my shelf, so like, you know, I'll get to them eventually. But like, I'm gonna enjoy this. I love the cover. I love Phantom of the Opera. Like, I'm such a Phantom of the Opera fan, you don't even know. So this is the last book in my haul, so there you go. I just finished The Actress, and I ended up giving it a 3 stars like I thought. I was kind of happy with the ending, but again, I was kind of like annoyed with the narrative and the main focus of the book throughout. I probably wouldn't have picked it up if I'd known it was about Katie Holmes and Tom Cruise, supposedly. So there's that. It was very well written. Of course, Amy Sean, she wrote Sex and the City. Yeah, Sex and the City, you know, franchise, and so it's great writing. It was funny at points. It was catchy, and it's fine, so that's great. But 3 stars. And now I don't know really where I want to go next, so the next video is where I'll talk about that, what I'm currently reading or something. Keep you updated. Alright, thank you for watching my haul. There will be art videos coming up soon. I have a lot to show you. I've been doing a lot of work lately, so mostly sketching, but whatever. Thanks for watching so much, and you all have a great day. Bye.